right, so here's the legend, George St. Pierre, former UFC welterweight champion, former UFC middleweight champion, and DC as one of the most decorated wrestlers on this UFC roster. You got to be pretty amazed at what this man has been able to accomplish without any amateur wrestling credentials to speak.
Yeah, with no background, the guys that he's been in there with and controlled the wrestling exchanges has truly been unbelievable to watch. I was in Canada when he fought Josh Koscheck, and he took Josh Koscheck, who was an NCAA champion, down whenever he needed to.
Right.
But it was also the striking that made him so dangerous. I remember George St. Pierre had this combination. There was a lead jab, a lead Superman jab, and then the leg kick. Everyone wanted to try and do it, and they say imitation is the greatest form of getting a compliment. We all tried to be George St. Pierre.
And he's got more SPs than you.
He does. He's a man.
All right, so here he is, the former UFC middleweight champion, Anderson Silva. The pro record doesn't look like it did a few years ago, DC, but most people still inject the name Anderson Silva into the discussion of the greatest MMA fighters of all time.
It's because Anderson is doing us a favor every time he steps foot in the octagon. He could have walked away and protected the record, but the lure, the draw of fighting still is pulling at the Spider. And every time he walks in there, we're getting to witness greatness. You feel it when Anderson Silva walks up the steps. I remember staring across the octagon and going, holy cow, that's Anderson Silva. And he has that approach. He has that appeal to everyone that gets in front of him, not only in the octagon, but in life. One of the nicest guys you've ever met is Anderson Silva.
And a renewed focus on recovery and physical therapy has allowed the great Anderson Silva to compete deep into his 40s, DC. You ain't going to 45.
I'm not
There's no
going
way.
to 45. Ain't no chance.
You're going to voice a video game.
I'm going to voice a video game. What a great idea.
Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, George Rush St. Pierre. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending UFC undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva.
The veteran Herbert Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
Well, DC's a charismatic guy. I have never seen you more giddy before a fight in my life, because before the super fight was in vogue, the super fight everybody talked about, Anderson Silva versus George St. Pierre.
And now we finally get it. We had to wait so long. But to watch two of the consensus greatest fighters of all time, locked in an octagon, long-reigning welterweight champ versus long-reigning middleweight champ, finally get to settle the debate. It was historic. It's a big night. The arena's buzzing. Let's get started.
All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position. And you see this fighter today loves it, too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you get a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
All right, early action here. We'll see how soon George St. Pierre can get one of his patented takedowns, but it all works off of the jab that you saw right there.
It does. I mean, he does. He has a beautiful jab, and I've seen him do so much damage with that jab. You know, I keep calling back to fights, but I remember him and Josh Koscheck. The moment the fight started, bang, jab, broken orbital bone. If Koscheck in Canada, fight's over. George St. Pierre does not throw a range-finding jab. He throws that jab with malicious intent.
Oh, nice jab by Silva. Not there. Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there. Straight to the body by Silva, lands flush. Takedown defense holds up. So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Anderson the Spider Silva.
Great timing on that double leg.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. 90 seconds to go in our opening round. Nice straight there by Silva. Well, he misses with the left punch there. Man, both fighters realizing a lot of success early. Back and forth we go. Oh, how good was that combo? He is really doing a nice job stringing his shots together now. Superman punch lands. Just missed with the straight left hand. Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. And right now it's starting to show.
5 minutes in the books. All right, so leg kicks on leg kicks, the big storyline in that round. DC, take us through the replay.
Yeah.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round 2. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was a huge connection by him there. That'll do it!
Oh, my goodness!
I mean, you gotta be kidding me with that knockout. If that is not the #1 play on SportsCenter tonight, I'm not sure what would top it. One of the best knockouts we've seen all year.
In a very long time. I have not seen someone look this good. He promised us something, and he delivered with that beautiful knockout.
All right, Bruce Buffer is in there with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 12 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva!
Well, he is still considered by some to be the greatest to ever do it, and Anderson Silva certainly did it tonight. What a performance for the future Hall of Famer. He let his myriad skills take over and made it look relatively easy at times. Big W.